All right, buckle up, because believe it or not, we actually got some real, substantial, and new, never before released information regarding the relationship between Jeffrey Epstein and President of the United States, Donald Trump.
How convenient. What convenient timing.
It was because a couple people clicked the join button, and so they were like, release it. Anyways, we're not entirely sure if this new information was the only thing that Trump has been reacting to over the past week or so, but it certainly does not paint him in a good light at all. And it once again confirms his deep ties to the infamous human trafficker in a way that is very hard for even the most hardcore MAGA loyalists to brush off.
But very easy at the same time, because this is the lion mainstream media.
Of course.
Up to their old tricks.
Oh, old Rupert Murdoch, famously critical of
liberal
conservatives.
Rupert Murdoch. He's basically a communist, that Murdoch.
Now, as you're aware by now, Trump has spent most of July absolutely losing his mind over the Epstein case. His attorney general declared that it is case closed. His base showed serious signs of cracking after they refused to simply move on as instructed. Trump went back on the previous official statements to claim that the files do exist, but that they were manufactured by his enemies. And he spent the past few days essentially ordering the conservative media sphere to just please stop talking about Epstein, while also calling his own base stupid for continuing to be obsessed with the case. And while all of this was happening, he was apparently fighting a secret war against a major news outlet who was preparing to release letters sent to Jeffrey Epstein for his 50th birthday.
A big one.
One of which came directly from Donald Trump himself.
Well, he writes a lot of birthday letters. He loves a birthday.
He surely didn't personalize this one in any way that would implicate him in maybe some things that were
I sign a lot of things that come across my desk, and sometimes the signature is very conveniently placed, along with some very incriminating comments. So according to former CNN journalist Oliver Darcy, who currently runs the independent news outlet Status, and who also broke the Olivia Nuzzi RFK Jr. sexting saga, the Trump administration had been desperately trying to kill a story that was set to be published by the Wall Street Journal, a notoriously conservative financial outlet owned by Rupert Murdoch.
Yeah.
So the chances that the Wall Street Journal would distribute something critical of the sitting president without really going above and beyond to verify the validity of it are low.
Yeah,
They're not, I mean, he does own the New York Post. They would do something like that. But the Wall Street Journal has a certain sheen to it.
Yeah.
And editorial standards that I would say they would not be releasing something like this if they weren't damn sure about its legitimacy.
Yeah.
So from his reporting about the impending release, Darcy said that, according to people familiar with the matter, the Journal is facing pressure from the White House over the story. In fact, Trump is said to have personally called Emma Tucker, the Journal's editor-in-chief, to voice his objections. The specifics of the call remain unclear, but it's hard to imagine Trump voiced anything but outrage. It's unclear whether Trump reached out to Rupert Murdoch, whose news corporation owns the Journal.
But it was maybe an hour or two after this kind of this story about Trump trying to pressure them to not publish it that it actually broke. And don't worry, we're going to get to it, but we really need to drive home the absurd context of this past week leading up to this release, because like we've said before, there is so much already out there about Trump and Epstein.
Going back a decade.
More than 2 decades. 3 decades if you count the 90s, because that's when that video was taken. It's crazy how much is out there. It's been bizarre to watch him lash out so violently over the past week, which all culminated in furious calls to MAGA-friendly influencers, the firing of the woman who literally prosecuted Jeffrey Epstein, and yet another strange deflection from White House spokesperson Carolyn Leavitt, who was asked directly on Thursday about the so-called Epstein hoax.
Did she have the cross on or not? This is my favorite new bullshit conspiracy.
If she's wearing the cross, then she can't lie.
Yeah, she takes the cross off when she needs to tell a lie.
Otherwise, it burns straight in. Oh,
which is that's some Mormon logic. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't fully believe it, but who knows? But she was directly asked, okay, if this is a hoax, what part of the hoax exactly would you say is false? And Here's the clip.
Can you clarify which part of the Epstein hoax is the hoax part?
The president is referring to the fact that Democrats have now seized on this as if they ever wanted transparency when it comes to Jeffrey Epstein, which is an asinine suggestion for any Democrat to make. The Democrats had control of this building, the White House, for 4 years, and they didn't do a dang thing when it came to transparency in regards to Jeffrey Epstein and his heinous crimes.
So yeah, I mean, incredible deflection there. And when asked whether or not Trump would be interested in appointing a special counsel to investigate the case, Leavitt said no, saying the president would not recommend a special prosecutor in the Epstein case. That's how he feels, Leavitt told reporters at a briefing, adding that she was not sure if Trump had discussed appointing a special counsel with Attorney General Pam Bondi.
Okay. All very suspicious. And we're not saying that this Wall Street Journal article is just the beginning of more information finding its way to the public, but it certainly doesn't look good for the president, while also destroying his claims that he and Epstein, they were never really that close, guys. Yeah, I take pictures with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Now, again, there's no shortage of photo and video evidence of their cozy relationship over many years. But apparently that wasn't enough for his base, and this new release probably won't be either.
No.
Though it makes it harder to deny their friendship, and honestly, it's just creepy as hell. This one is.
Yeah, well, especially
creepier
the
than
way
anything
he signs
else.
off on it.
Yeah, it's like,
yeah,
it's got, you'll see in a second.
So yeah, fucked vibes.
Yeah. So late on Thursday of this week, the Journal published their reporting on a leather-bound book filled with letters from friends addressed to Jeffrey Epstein. And one of those letters was from Donald Trump, who immediately claimed that the letter is a fake thing. It's fake. It's not real. It's a fake thing.
I don't even draw.
But we're not so sure that it's fake because their investigation is very meticulous, and it would be insane for them to just publish this without verifying everything, considering how litigious Trump is. And he has, in fact...
Yeah, he's come out and said he's going to sue them.
Yeah. I mean, that's not saying he still won't sue them for no reason. Sounds like that's what he's doing. But it takes a mountain of evidence and investigative reporting for an outlet this big to publish something so personally damning about the fucking president.
Yeah.
So here's some of their reporting related to what they have and how they found it.
And by the way, they use the term body in the headline and in the reporting. And just for clarity, that it basically just means
it's
vulgar.
a term that old people use.
Yeah, it means vulgar.
Oh, that body humor.
Yeah. Here's their reporting. It was Jeffrey Epstein's 50th birthday, and Ghislaine Maxwell was preparing a special gift to mark the occasion. She turned to Epstein's family and friends. One of them was Donald Trump. Maxwell collected letters from Trump and dozens of Epstein's other associates for a 2003 birthday album, according to documents reviewed by the Wall Street Journal. Pages from the leather-bound album, assembled before Epstein was first arrested in 2006, are among the documents examined by Justice Department officials who investigated Epstein and Maxwell years ago, according to people who have reviewed the pages. It's unclear if any of the pages are part of the Trump administration's recent review. The letter bearing Trump's name, which was reviewed by the Journal, is body, like others in the album. It contains several lines of typewritten text framed by the outline of a naked woman, which appears to be hand-drawn with a heavy marker. A pair of small arcs denotes the woman's breasts, and the future president's signature is a squiggly Donald below her waist, mimicking pubic hair. Oh, God. And, like, the markers...
Hold on. You said woman? You said pubic hair?
No,
Case
thank you.
closed. That is an adult woman we're talking about here.
Yeah, and it does, provide evidence that he used a big marker to do this because that's what he loves doing.
Loves his big markers.
So the letter concludes, and it concludes with, "Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret."
What a weird thing to say.
Yeah, that's a strange thing to end a letter to your the friend who is close enough to you that you are sending them a personalized birthday card and drawing on their 50th birthday.
Imagine saying that to someone in your life who isn't a pedophile.
Yeah, it would be weird to say that to literally anyone.
May every day be another
wonderful secret.
Anyway, it gets worse. In an interview with the Journal on Tuesday evening, Trump denied writing the letter or drawing the picture. "This is not me. This is a fake thing. It's a fake Wall Street Journal story," he said. "I never wrote a picture in my life. I don't draw pictures of women," he said. "It's not my language. It's not my words." I'm not a diddler and I'm not a doodler.
He went out of his way to like deny so much of this one thing. I don't draw pictures of women. Those aren't my words. No, actually, it's not my language even.
He told the Journal he was preparing to file a lawsuit if it published an article. I'm gonna sue the Wall Street Journal just like I sued everyone else, he said. The existence of the album and the contents of the birthday letters haven't previously been reported. The album had poems, photos, and greetings from business people, academics, Epstein's former girlfriends, and childhood pals, according to the documents reviewed by the Journal and people familiar with them. Among those who submitted letters were, of course, billionaire Leslie Wexner and attorney Alan Dershowitz. Two names that pop up a lot when you look into Epstein. Dershowitz, who represented Epstein after his first arrest, said, "It's been a long time, and I don't recall the content of what I may have written." The book was put together by a New York City bookbinder, Herbert Weitz, according to people who were involved in the process. Weitz, who died in 2020, listed Epstein as a client on his website in 2003.
So yeah, just more evidence on top of it there. But yeah, I like how Dershowitz is like, yeah, I mean, I'm sure, but I don't know what I wrote. It's been a long time.
Listen, yeah, I did hang out with Epstein a lot. I represented him against sex crime charges.
Yeah.
And I remained his friend for the rest of his life. That's the kind of guy I am.
I think like the more damning part about this is that this was reviewed and analyzed based off of documents that the Justice Department seems to be in possession of.
They've got the
So,
documents.
you know, you could just release those and let everyone see.
What else they got in there?
Yeah, exactly. Let's start browsing through. Now, okay, it's time for the full letter that was sent from Trump, which is very strange and consists of an imaginary conversation between Trump and Epstein written in the third person, and followed by that strange drawing of a naked woman in marker with pubic hair made up of Trump's famous signature. The note begins with voiceover. "There must be more to life than having everything."
Yes, there is, but I won't tell you what it is.
"Nor will I, since I also know what it is."
What the fuck? We have certain things in common, Jeffrey.
Yes, we do, come to think of it.
Enigmas never age. Have you noticed that?
As a matter of fact, it was clear to me the last time I saw you.
A pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret. What? Ew! That is so weird.
Yes!
Like, even if you didn't know anything about this, you'd be like, these guys are up to something.
Yeah!
These guys did a crime together.
Who would write that? Anyways, may every day be another wonderful secret.
Ugh.
Thank you for your attention to this matter.
We've got a lot in common, don't we?
Ugh.
The secret to a happy life. I know it. You know it. We're not going to say it. It's fucking teenage girls.
But it's a wonderful secret, isn't it, Epstein?
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, we have a lot in common. Anyways, if you want even further context as to where Trump's head was, where it was at during this time, especially the time that he sent this letter to Epstein, the Wall Street Journal reminds everyone that a year before this letter was sent, a 2002 New York Magazine profile of Epstein quoted Trump saying, "I've known Jeff for 15 years. Terrific guy. He's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side. No doubt about it, Jeffrey enjoys his social life."
Yeah, and again, that's something that's been public knowledge for
For a long time.
since it was published it was published
Yes.
over 20 years ago.
And just so we're clear,
It's not new.
he didn't have to send this very personalized letter to Jeffrey Epstein at all. He chose to after Ghislaine Maxwell reached out to him and said she was doing something nice for his birthday.
I know just the thing.
I'm going to write him.
I'm not just gonna write my name and say best wishes. I've got something high concept here.
Me and Jeffrey have a lot of secrets together.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him a reference to something that he may or may not want to acknowledge.
Woo.
Yeah. This is just going in a nice leather-bound book that no one will ever see, right? Anyways, Trump, he apparently got the note from Ghislaine and said, not only will I send him a birthday card,
I'm gonna do something I never ever do. I'm gonna draw.
I'm going to give him a little drawing and sign my name on the vagina and end it by referencing wonderful secrets. Strange, very strange, odd, bizarre.
Super fucking weird.
Seems very defensive about all this too. Like we've been saying, though, their relationship has been well known and well documented for a very, very long time. And it seems like until recently, his most loyal followers were willing to look past all of that because I guess they thought he was going to expose other elites who would be implicated in the files.
That's right.
And then there was like, wait, hold on. Actually, it's mainly just Donald Trump doing all of this. So,
So, yeah, he definitely did that shit. I mean, that is so unsettling.
It's a very bizarre way.
We're not so different, you and I, Jeffrey Epstein.
Come
on.
The year before, he was like, and he likes him young. He's got a wonderful social life. And then a year later, writes the numbers like, we got a lot in common and all of our wonderful secrets.
I mean, in his defense, he had just gone through 9/11.
Yeah, it was a little shaken up. Yeah.
America, we all said some things we didn't mean circa 2003.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Yeah. He should use that excuse. What? It was after 9/11.
If you're going to get mad at me for this, everyone who voted to authorize the Iraq war should be kicked out of office.
He also, didn't he like say that now he had the tallest tower in New York after 9/11?
No, he
but it was still wrong.
literally on 9/11,
Yeah.
like while the towers were burning, he's on the phone with the news and he's like, well, I guess now my building's the tallest.
Psycho.
Theirs used to be the tallest, now it's mine. And yeah, again,
And then he also claimed
true.
that there were like a bunch of people like celebrating on the rooftops around New York City.
Yeah, that was one of many conspiracy theories that popped up immediately. But yeah, it was the like dancing Middle Easterners in New Jersey or something. They were having such a blast.
This man is unwell, and we will get to how he's actually unwell in a second. But
No, he's fine. That's what an ankle is supposed to look like.
okay,
That's what a hand is supposed to look like.
But there's also some very late breaking news here because I was able to sneak this in right before we filmed. The release of the letter to Epstein and the nearly 2 weeks of fury coming from his base has apparently forced the president to fold once again. And he has commanded that Attorney General Pam Bondi release oh, okay. It's just the grand jury testimony relating to the Epstein trial.
Okay.
I mean,
They probably got a lot more than that, though, right?
yeah, you would assume that, especially if the Wall Street Journal was able to dig up this leather-bound book that was in possession of the Justice Department.
Yeah, I mean, knowing how cases work, they bring just the necessary facts to a grand jury.
Yeah.
It just, in order to decide whether a case can proceed, they don't bring the entire case.
Yeah. So okay.
It's not everything. It's not
No.
close to fucking everything.
Yeah, it's not much at all, actually. In fact, I guess he assumes that this will placate the masses.
I ain't placated.
Or at the very least, he's hoping that him typing this out will overtake some of the search results for Epstein right now. Because
No.
if you do search that name right now, the Wall Street Journal article is what pops up.
Nope. Should have stuck to Ted Kaczynski, sir. That was really working pretty well.
Doesn't anyone want to hear about
The late, great Ted Kaczynski.
Why doesn't anyone want to hear about my relationship with some of this century's other worst killers?
Osama bin Laden stayed at one of my hotels.
We played
Loved
video
it.
games together. He loved video games. Had a lot of porn on that hard drive.
Osama, you and me, we share some secrets, don't we?
Yeah, that's right. Anyways, regardless, here is the statement that the president released very late on Thursday.
Based on the ridiculous amount of publicity given to Jeffrey Epstein, I have asked Attorney General Pam Bondi to produce any and all pertinent grand jury testimony, subject to court approval. This scam, perpetuated by the Democrats, should end right now. He didn't thank us for our attention to this matter.
Yeah. Or
the hell?
wish us good luck on our future secrets with him.
I guess we're not close with him like he was with Jeffrey Epstein.
There needs to be a bot that just adds that sentence instead. It replaces "thank you for your attention to this matter" with the "and may every day bring more wonderful secrets." Woo! But hey, at least there are some other distractions that Trump dropped on Thursday, immediately preceding the release of this weird-ass letter to Epstein. He's also been sick and dealing with a chronic disease that requires him to, I don't know, maybe get IV treatments, maybe
No,
get
he
other
just
treatments.
shakes hands very vigorously. And if you shook as many hands as the president does, you might know that, but
Yeah.
you don't because
Yeah.
you're a fucking loser
Yeah,
and you don't shake that many hands.
He's shaking hands day in, day out, and it takes a toll. It does
Yeah.
take a toll. We probably would have known about all of this if he didn't command his medical doctors to just blatantly lie about his health.
Not even believable.
Right down to how much he weighs.
Yeah.
He's just, 220, 230?
That's amazing.
Truly, especially for his
He's
height.
just all air.
So Trump has been diagnosed with chronic venous insufficiency, which
This motherfucker don't have enough veins.
it explains the recent photos showing his ankles being very swollen, as well as photos where he's clearly using makeup to cover up bruising on his hands. Now, this disease, it might not actually affect much since it's pretty common for people in their late 70s, but Trump has several visible and notable problems that could complicate something like this. He is, despite what the scale down at the White House says, he is overweight and admittedly eats mostly garbage.
Yeah. And he loves it.
He does. And he's not very mobile. He kind of just stands around.
And when he
sits
stands,
around.
it's not normal.
No, he's leaning forward a lot. The only walking he does is from the White House to the
I got
chopper.
these boots from Michael Jackson. It's how he did the lean.
They locked me in.
Yeah. I can lean any which way and I don't fall down.
Pretty impressive, huh? Now, we have to assume that he's been suffering from this illness or something else for at least a while because the makeup covering his hands, that is nothing new. When Elliot referenced it, but when people brought this up back in February, White House spokesperson Carolyn Leavitt said that it was the result of just too much handshaking because the president does so much business.
No other president has shook this many hands.
Yeah.
And that's why this Donald Trump era is such a success.
Well, no one shakes hands as hard as he does. He does the
right.
yank. He yanks him in.
He shakes hands like an alpha, not like that limp wrist Obama.
Yeah.
Or that senile Joe Brandon.
You know, it's called my secret handshake. It's something that me and Jeffrey Epstein discussed a while back. It's one of our many secrets.
You know, it's a way for me, men like Jeffrey Epstein and myself,
who have a lot in common,
to find like-minded men anywhere we are in the world. If you feel
give them the tug.
You feel that special handshake, you know that you can share a secret with this person.
You look for the bruising. You can tell by the bruising. But with more on this diagnosis, here's CBS.
The president's physician, Sean Barbarella, said in a memo that the president underwent a thorough health examination after he noticed mild swelling in his legs, and it revealed no evidence of a more serious condition like deep vein thrombosis or arterial disease. According to Johns Hopkins and the Cleveland Clinic, chronic venous insufficiency occurs when veins in the legs struggle to bring blood back up to the heart. No big deal. Barbarella said the president, who is 79, remains in excellent overall health. Photos of the president at the Club World Cup soccer final in New Jersey over the weekend showed him with noticeably swollen ankles, fueling speculation about the cause. The president's doctor said he was thoroughly evaluated by the White House medical unit out of an abundance of caution after noticing swelling in recent weeks. The president underwent a comprehensive examination, including diagnostic vascular studies. Bilateral lower extremity venous Doppler ultrasounds were performed and revealed chronic venous insufficiency, a benign and common condition, particularly in individuals over the age of 70, the memo said. Barbarella said there was no evidence of blood clots or arterial disease. It is funny, he's like, no blood clots, no arterial disease, but as a lot of people have pointed out, they're like, this is also a symptom of congestive heart failure, and they haven't mentioned that.
Yes.
To confirm nor deny, which is interesting.
But yeah, if you do like a glance at the causes and exacerbations of this disease,
it's
poor
Trump's
diet,
life.
no exercise, sedentary lifestyle, like all things that Trump is and does or doesn't do.
Hey, he plays golf multiple times a week, all right?
Sure,
He drives around in a little cart, so he's barely on his feet at all, but he can swing a club, and he wins tournaments.
He's still getting first place every single tournament that he enters.
Yeah.
He said the PGA, too easy. I've got enough money.
That's why we need to live.
Yeah.
LIV.
But according to Trump, there is one pressing issue that must be addressed when it comes to the nation's overall health. An issue so important that he took time out of his day to talk about it just hours before the love letter to Epstein dropped.
So fucking good.
Coca-Cola needs to put the cane sugar back in their goddamn soda.
Yeah. What are we putting in there now? Corn? Who needs it?
Exactly.
Fuck corn. Am I right? Hey,
farmers.
Hey, America. Say it with me. Fuck corn.
Fuck corn. Fuck corn. We hate our farmers.
This is so fun. Like,
okay. First of all, he doesn't even drink regular Coke.
Yeah.
He's famously addicted to Diet Coke, which wouldn't have cane sugar or high fructose corn syrup in it. But either way, he is not only demanding, he has gone ahead of them and said that they told him
it's happening, folks.
that they're putting sugar back in the Coke, while Don Jr. is almost certainly off in a corner somewhere, begging him to go one step further and bring back the original recipe.
Come on.
Come on, Dad, do it. Do it for me.
They do. I didn't side quest here.
Yeah.
I didn't know this until recently. They do still use cocaine in the recipe, but they have it like sent to like the one lab in the United States that can like remove the drugs from the cocaine, but maintain like the flavor of it. It's like this crazy process, but they do technically still use coca leaves in the super secret Coca-Cola mix.
That's what I currently I only have one once a week, the Celsius, because they're gonna take that all the amphetamines out of the Celsius, and then it's not gonna work.
No.
Right.
Celsius is Ozempic for people who don't have insurance, and we got to keep that shit on the
I take it before trivia night so that my brain works and I can stay awake, because anything that happens after it starts at 7:30, which for me very late.
Yeah,
I don't like being up that late.
Celsius solstice.
I'm very old. Anyways, we have to agree with Trump on one point: Coca-Cola with cane sugar does taste better.
It is interesting because that's he's kind of saying Mexico's right.
Yeah. Well, every other country on earth too.
Right, but if you want to get this shit in America, you got to get
Mexican
imported Mexican Coke.
Yeah, it tastes better. That's true. Maybe that's because it only comes in a glass bottle.
No,
that also is a huge factor.
Cane sugar objectively tastes better than high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah,
that is a fact.
Mm-hmm. Imagine how good it would be in like the 7-Eleven machine, because I like that too. But imagine it with cane sugar. Oh my god. Woo! Now, is it somehow healthier than the American version? No, almost certainly not. They're both equally bad for you, and they were never meant to be consumed in the quantities that Americans consume them. It is ridiculous that Americans sit around and drink multiple cans of Coca-Cola. It was supposed to be like a dessert thing.
A little treat.
Yeah, one little treat for the day. And they used to come in bottles that were like 10 ounces or something.
They came out at a time where like you could give one to a poor, destitute child, and there was like a 50-50 chance he would die on the spot just from the sheer shock.
The rush.
Yeah.
It's
not the same
it was supposed to be a thing where it's like, all right, work day done, school done. You go down and get one 10-ounce, 8-ounce bottle of Coca-Cola.
Those little guys.
It's just, woo, that's enough for the day. No, people sit around and fucking chug this shit.
Yeah, they buy the 2 liters and they buy that for themselves.
It's crazy. 'Cause, like when I was a kid, I drank a lot of soda. And I had no idea, obviously, because I'm a fucking kid, that I was probably giving myself diabetes. Like, I remember marketing at the time that in the 90s, Shaquille O'Neal had a version of a Pepsi that was, purportedly one serving called the Big Slam. And it was basically like a fucking liter. Mm-hmm. And it was just like, it's cool. Shaq drinks it. It's Shaq.
You want to be like Shaq, right?
Yeah, an athlete. So drink this entire liter of Pepsi and then have a Crunch Bar while you're at it.
Nah, but imagine how much better that would taste with
real
cane sugar and real coca leaves.
That's right.
Yeah, Trump's wild post about Coca-Cola, I mean, it kind of encapsulates his complete lack of understanding about how anything works. It's just a great example of him having absolutely zero idea about how things might be affected by such a simple change.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. Swap out the corn syrup for cane sugar.
Yeah, it should be easy, right?
Cane sugar. We grow that in the continental United States, right?
Yeah.
Right?
In large enough quantities to do a Coca-Cola contract.
We got cane sugar fields up the Pacific and Atlantic coasts.
That's right.
Also, he claimed that Coca-Cola agreed to this, which, no, they didn't. Of course they didn't. We'll get to that. But aside from that, this move would put even more financial pressure on American farmers who rely on corn subsidies to offset a lot of their costs. America is corn country. That's why it's in fucking everything.
Even the gasoline.
Everything has corn in it.
Yeah.
Immediately declaring that Coca-Cola, a company he is not in charge of, and a company who, it's documented fact, the Coca-Cola company is very upset with me.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll keep drinking that garbage.
Yeah. It'll be my little secret.
A company, he cannot speak on their behalf, saying they should switch their recipe to cane sugar. That would have a massive detrimental effect on American farmers. And on the other side of things, it would drive the cost of soda up to astronomical levels because he's the motherfucker who has put tariffs on imports from countries all around the world.
Countries that actually produce lots and lots of cane sugar products.
Yeah, the United States lags pretty far behind other countries when it comes to the production of cane sugar. We would need to start importing outrageously large quantities to keep up with the demand for soft drink.
The top country that exports cane sugar is Brazil, a country that he is not only actively fighting with on the tariff side, but is doing tariffs as a way to punish them for how they've treated his friend Bolsonaro.
Very unfair.
So while we certainly love the idea of putting real cane sugar back in Coca-Cola, it literally shows that he doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to how just anything works, but especially the economy and where we get anything.
Have we tried beet sugar? Maybe there's a third way here.
Yeah, well, dates would be good.
Date sugar, yeah.
There you go.
There's a lot of ways to skin a cat.
And also, if you want it, you can literally just go buy Mexican Coca-Cola in most places, and you should. It's good.
Yeah, it's damn good, especially with other stuff mixed into it.
I believe even if you're in a part of the United States that you would assume you can't get it, I believe Costco has it in most places.
Yeah,
that's what I've seen people online saying.
I remember like years ago, it was kind of hard to get, but the Coca-Cola company clearly saw that there was a demand for this and created supply chains specifically to import it into the U.S. and charge a premium for it.
Yeah.
So
there's
you
also,
can get it.
There's also a bunch of smaller independent soda makers who do use cane sugar, but Americans are used to spending next to nothing for their sody pops, and they would balk at the idea of even paying a cent over what they're currently paying. Now, as for Coca-Cola,
I need my go-go juice.
like again, it's an abusive amount of soda consumption.
Not good.
No.
You're getting diabetes.
As for the company Coca-Cola, they of course came out and said it is absolutely not true that they agreed to switch the recipe. Here's Newsweek. The president wrote on Truth Social on Wednesday, "I have been speaking to Coca-Cola about using real cane sugar in Coke in the United States, and they have agreed to do so. I like to thank all of those in authority at Coca-Cola. This will be a very good move by them. You'll see. It's just better." This is him just more like manifesting reality.
Like I need to talk about literally anything other than Jeffrey Epstein. Right now.
Well, that, but also just like saying things that are absolutely not true. That he's just like, well, if I put it out there, then Coke will be forced to actually do this.
It'll be too awkward for them to refute it.
Yeah. But Coca-Cola, which has not confirmed a move to cane sugar, replied to a comment on Trump's post saying, "All Coca-Cola brand products are wholesome beverages manufactured in compliance with the federal law."
Okay, yeah, a lot of things are in compliance with the federal law, buddy.
Yeah.
Wholesome. Shut up.
Hey, Santa Claus drinks it.
You sell sugar water. Know your goddamn place.
Not even
Coca-Cola.
sugar water, corn syrup
You sell
water.
fake sugar water made from corn.
Yeah.
They reiterate that Coca-Cola in the U.S. is typically sweetened with high fructose corn syrup, a choice shaped by agricultural subsidies and cost considerations. The brand denied the change by defending their use of corn syrup, saying, "The name sounds complex, but high fructose corn syrup, HFCS, which we use to sweeten some of our beverages, is actually just a sweetener made from corn. It's safe. It has about the same number of calories per serving as table sugar and is metabolized in a similar way by your body." The American Medical Association has confirmed that HFCS is no more likely to contribute to obesity than table sugar or other full-calorie sweeteners. Please be assured that Coca-Cola brand soft drinks do not contain any harmful substances. A Coca-Cola spokesperson told Newsweek in a statement, "We appreciate President Trump's enthusiasm for our iconic Coca-Cola brand. More details on new innovative offerings within our Coca-Cola product range will be shared soon." The Corn Refiners Association said, "Replacing high fructose corn syrup with cane sugar would cost thousands of American food manufacturing jobs. It would depress farm income and boost imports of foreign sugar, all with no nutritional benefit."
I love that they got a quote.
Excuse me? You gonna do what? I can't grow that shit in my field.
The hat literally blew off his head when he saw the tweet from Trump. Whoa! They're already suffering from everything that he's doing.
They already lost the USAID shit, which they incinerated.
Substantial amounts of food. Like, it's crazy how detrimental his choices have been to these farmers who rely on this, like, for better or worse, rely on this. And then to, like, just randomly drop that, like, and by the way, arguably the biggest buyer of corn syrup not going to be doing it anymore.
No.
And by the way, corn syrup actually sucks.
And it's not just Coca-Cola. They're taking it out of the whole Coke family of drinks.
Yeah.
They got Sprite,
Fanta.
Fanta. Oh, yeah, that's also owned by we're putting sugar back in the Fanta.
That was, I think I've said this before, but one of the most shocking things whenever you've traveled internationally for the first time is when you see what Fanta even looks like in other countries. Not even, it does taste better, but it's still just a soda drink. It's not like Orangina or whatever.
Though.
It is better, but it is shocking to come back and see what looks like something that has a like nuclear glow to it.
Yeah.
Compared to everywhere else.
Well, it's the colors. They those colors are not legal over there.
Yeah, probably.
You can't use them.
Anyways, now that we're done with that, we can get to the most viral video of the week, the month, maybe even the year. It's also, as many people have pointed out, maybe the whitest thing that has ever happened.
God.
A tech CEO was caught having an affair on the Jumbotron at a Coldplay concert. Yep, that's about white. And the only reason anyone even knows that this happened is because of the couple's immediate reaction to being featured on the screen. If they had simply done nothing at all, or just waved, I don't know, no one would have found the scene bizarre in any way, and the video almost certainly wouldn't have been uploaded to the internet. Or even if it was posted to someone's Instagram feed or something, they'd be like, oh, boring, a kiss cam.
No one's gonna...
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
But when the camera switched to them, you could immediately tell what was going on. The man, astronomer CEO Andy Byron, immediately looks shocked and attempts to hide by ducking down behind a wall. And the woman, Kristen Cabot, apparently the head of the company's HR department, simply covers her face in shame and turns around to hide, while another alleged company employee stands there completely red in the face out of total embarrassment. Hers is the funniest reaction because she's like, yeah, they got him. We told them this was risky. They got him.
They're gonna put you on the kiss cam.
Red-handed. And yeah, they were,
I don't go to a lot of big time stadium concerts.
Yeah.
I've never heard of like a kiss cam at a concert. They usually don't turn the camera on the crowd.
yeah, I can't remember.
That's not something you expect.
Seen one or not. I'm sure I have at like a really big concert. But yeah, it's not something that happens all the time, but it seemed as though the singer of Coldplay did stop the show intentionally to do the kiss cam bit. And
Yeah, they
he
saw it
mentioned
coming.
it too. He's like, oh, that looks like a shy couple, or they're having an affair.
Yeah, he called it. That's why he's Chris Martin and you're not.
That's right.
He's got the instincts to be a songwriter of Chris Martin's massive stature. You've got to be able to suss out things about human nature.
Yeah.
Like that. And he did it.
He might write a song about it.
He probably will.
And credit to whoever was producing the show too, because they clearly were looking for people who were having a great time. Because you always want someone who's having a great time.
Yeah, wow, it's like they're doing something naughty and getting away with it.
Yeah, wow, look at them. They are. Look at these two aging people in love it's a
Like
fresh
teenagers.
relationship. Wow. Yeah. I bet they've been married 30, 40 years, and every day is a wonderful day filled with new secrets.
Not quite. New secrets, yes. The secrets part is true.
Yeah.
I mean, it's honestly pretty goddamn funny, mainly because this is a high-powered executive having an inter-office affair with a coworker, and he was caught out in a totally public place on a large screen that was being viewed by everyone in attendance. It was brazen for him to be there at all with his mistress, and even crazier that other employees knew about their relationship.
Especially when it's the chief people officer.
I mean, what are you going to say? What are you going to go to HR? She's HR.
Yeah.
You're going to go to the CEO? He's the CEO.
Yeah.
Just shut up. The only people you should really feel bad for here are the families of these people who were undoubtedly blindsided by the news and are now being forced to suffer through the intense notoriety it has produced as people on TikTok and all other forms of social media have made this their main plot line for the week.
Yeah.
These people's lives have been totally flipped upside down through no fault of their own, just their cheating partners, through their fault.
Yeah.
There's also the general, privacy concerns. Obviously, these people were doing something bad. You can tell by their reactions. If they were together because they were actually separated from their spouses or something like that, it wouldn't have looked the way it did.
Yeah, this was...
They wouldn't have been so immediately mortified by what was happening.
Yeah. Now, 404 Media does a good job at pointing to the other side of this, which is that no one has any expectation of privacy at all in the modern era, regardless of if you're some tech CEO or not. And honestly, we'd never heard of astronomer before. no normal person has.
Yeah, what is this? They do some like fucking CMS Jira ticket bullshit.
I did read the description of what the company did.
B2B.
And I was just like, this is just nonsense. It's just any tech company thing.
Yeah. Software as a service.
Yes.
We're making AI and crypto do this.
Yeah. And if it doesn't work, we're going to pivot. We're going to change the way things do.
On a pivot.
Yeah. Anyways, their reaction to being caught is what made this go viral, not who they were. That was all figured out afterwards. And it didn't take long for all of the internet to come together and identify them, their company, and their families. But here's a bit of 404's reporting on the subject for the other side of the coin that could make you feel bad and also make you realize that, like, no one has privacy. Because if any person reacted this way, it would have ended up on there because people think it's funny. And then people on the internet just go, I'll figure out who that is. Here's their reporting.
The CEO seemingly having an affair with the head of HR at his company at the Coldplay concert is a viral video for the ages, but it is also, unfortunately, emblematic of our current private surveillance and social media hellscape. There are so many levels to this embarrassment. The Coldplay of it all, the HR violation occurring on the Jumbotron, etc., that one could likely write a doctoral dissertation on this 15-second video. But the aftermath of this video demonstrates a phenomenon that we have now seen over and over again on all of social media, but on TikTok especially. The instant, gleeful doxing of people for reasons that run the spectrum from the very bad, being a Nazi, to the utterly benign, dancing weird at a Taylor Swift concert, being a hot security guard, standing in public. TikTok, help me find him/her, is now so common that it is a meme. The astronomer CEO's name, his wife's name, the head of HR's name, and the third company executive's name and social media profiles are all over the TikTok comments and Reddit comments.
And they also add another dystopian layer to it all, and it's one that we've been talking about for quite a while now, too. Everything is gambling.
Wow, everything is gambling.
And now, thanks to sites like Polymarket, people are literally gambling on these people's divorce. The reporting continues. The site lets users bet on events with binary outcomes like whether or not Byron will lose his job as CEO of Astronomer. A gambler pays a few cents to vote yes or no on the outcome of the event and wins the difference up to $1 on each vote if they guessed right. The crueler bet, and the one with more activity, is the Astronomer Divorce Parlay. A parlay is a series or combination of bets, and this Polymarket listing requires both Byron and Cabot to get divorced. An announcement will satisfy the bet. It doesn't have to be an official filing.
I mean, there's still a way to save this marriage if they agree to stay together and put a bunch of money on that, because most people are betting they're going to get divorced.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so they can fix the outcome.
If they stay together and they put their life savings on the no divorce option, they can win a lot of money here.
Yeah, I mean,
and save the marriage, because money is what that money is what keeps a marriage healthy.
Yeah, that's
strong.
right. He's got a lucrative business opportunity for his current wife.
I mean, like, this is bad for him. I feel like it's maybe worse. Like, how you gonna keep being an HR person when you're literally having an affair with the CEO at your last job? Like, doing like the ultimate HR violation as the head of HR. I mean, CEOs are like, yeah, they're pieces of shit. What can you do?
That's how you get that job. You're a total piece of shit.
But like HR, I don't know. Like, this is I feel like the ethics are
pretty bad.
Pretty bad, especially for her.
And also, she did a terrible job of hiding it as the HR person.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing going to a fucking public concert with other employees who apparently know about this?
They just love Coldplay that much. What were they supposed to do? Not go to Coldplay? And they were all yellow. Supposed to just listen to that on my Discman? I don't think so.
Yeah. Supposed to listen to that down at the Hampton Inn where they're spending most of their time away from their families? No. The Bluetooth speaker only goes so loud. God. So I wanted to go to a Coldplay concert.
Oh, I'm the worst person in the world. I wanted to go to a Coldplay concert with someone who cares about me. Someone who still thinks I'm sexy.
Wonder what he told his wife he was doing.
I mean,
going to the Coldplay concert with the boys. Wrong.
Yeah.
You don't go to a Coldplay concert with the boys.
I mean, maybe this was the perfect plan because his wife, for some reason, hates Coldplay.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I got these Coldplay tickets. We got box. Oh, but you hate Coldplay. Okay, well, I guess I'll just call up one of the boys.
Yeah.
And well, we'll make it a boys' night.
Maybe some people at work want to go. I don't know. Yeah, you know what? I'll ask around at work and see if anyone wants to go.
And I'll make sure everything is on the level because the head of HR is going to be there.
Yeah, yeah.
She'll be taking notes.
Yeah, make her feel real special.
Woo!
So there you go. That's the most viral video of a long time. You don't see viral videos that often this much. Or at least ones that have completely taken over the news cycle at a time where the news cycle is legitimately insane.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much. It's not like we're in a drought of news right now.
No. Anyways, we do have more news for you, but we're going to save it for Weekly Weird News. So look forward to that. But hope you enjoyed the episode, even though it's bizarre.
Yeah.
Click the like button either way.
And write "fuck corn" down in the comments.
Do you hate corn?
Fuck corn,
but not the band.
And the farmers who grow it, and the states who rely on farm income to function. Fuck them all.
That's what Donald Trump said. Leave your opinions about corn, the agricultural production, or the band in the comments section below. This was obviously not sponsored, so that means you're the sponsor. We will read every comment that says "fuck corn" that someone put a super chat on, and also click the join button, become a paid member of the channel. We really do appreciate it. But make sure you click the like button, leave a comment. Weekly Weird News will be next. In the meantime, there are other videos from this week that you just have to watch because Elon invented a girlfriend for himself.
And
it's somehow even more cringy than the way Donald Trump signs his letters. Ugh. Anyways, check those out. We'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.